Welcome to another video. We're doing a collab today.
Vegan Leviathan. You just call me George.
Okay. And eco-friendly vegan geek, me. So we have written some questions for each other. I'm going to turn over the blue cards to read my questions that George has written for me, and you're going to turn over the orange cards.
For your questions for me.
Yeah. Okay. So who's going first?
That's fun.
We have no idea what each other have written.
Okay, I'll go first.
So,
We'll see. What's the funniest, strangest, craziest anti-vegan argument or excuse you've heard? I don't know about the craziest. The one I hear all over and over again is the can't feel pain. That's one of the frustrating ones to have to deal with. The craziest. There was one guy when I did Cube in Hatfield. There was one guy, it was pigs on the screen, so I was talking about the gas chambers that pigs are put into gas chambers, and this one man was saying to me, no, you can't say that, because he was saying that the gas chambers are obviously reference to the World War II Jewish Holocaust.
You can't say it because it's happened to humans.
Be clear, I wasn't even making a comparison.
Yeah, you were saying literally what happened.
I didn't say anything about World War II, I didn't say the Holocaust, I didn't say the Jews, I just called it a gas chamber, which is what it is. They're put into, but he refused, and he said I could get killed just for even using the phrase
even though it's true.
Gas chamber, even though that's what it is. And I said, okay, I'll reword it. Pigs, instead of saying pigs are lowered into gas chambers, I said, all right, so pigs are put into cages where they're lowered into rooms where they are gassed to death.
Yeah.
And he was okay with that. That's okay. But using the phrase gas chamber was a step too far.
That's absolutely crazy. Some people. Okay, my first question.
We're thinking about going to some mental health talk after.
Oh, okay. What was your first form of activism and what inspired you to do it? My first form of activism is really hard to say, is it? I think it was Facebook activism, you know? I think the first
warrior.
the first activism I ever did was, I think, just putting a post on Facebook or probably sharing a post on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what you said?
No, I don't remember the first one. I probably did like a lot of those before I went to any activism events, before I did any other sort of activism.
Yeah.
So yeah, Facebook activism was my first. Yeah. And I set up my Facebook page, Eco-Friendly Vegan Geek, before I went to anything.
You're just posting on your regular Facebook page?
Yeah, my regular one,
page.
and then I set up
And you
my...
set up your own...
In fact, I can't remember if I set that up before or after my first big activism. But anyway, yeah, my first form of activism was my personal page on Facebook, sharing some information.
You're going out for a meal and choosing between two restaurants. One is vegan and the other serves dead animals as well as vegan options. You didn't just say not vegan, you had to specifically say it serves dead animals. That's what it is, yeah. Does this sway your decision, or do you just choose the ones you think is better food? It's more fun overall. I think it's good to go to vegan restaurants if you can. If you can go to fully vegan restaurants, I think it's good to go to those and support those because they're fully vegan. You would want to support them. For me personally, I usually just go, as long as I'm buying vegan food, I know that I'm not contributing to animal suffering by buying from those companies. I think, ideally, it is morally better. I wouldn't say it's more obligation, but I'd say it's more virtuous to buy from a fully vegan restaurant if you can, and you should try to when you can. And I think that's the better thing to do. But yes, I often do buy from non-vegan restaurants and places. I mean, the places we even get our food from, like when you go to the supermarket, Tesco's or Sainsbury's. I mean, if there were local, fully vegan, massive supermarkets, then obviously we would shop there. But those don't exist. There might be small supermarkets.
There is in London. There's Greenway.
Yeah. I'm not going to go there every time when I want to do my shopping. But yeah, in terms of restaurants, I think it's virtuous. I think it's better, but you're not obligated to, and I don't always do it myself. I'm not perfect.
Okay. Right. Now my turn. My second one, blue, I think. Oh, okay. This is a good one. Yeah. Would you ever take the Liberation Pledge?
Yes.
Okay, I've thought about it, but I think it's a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like a massive hurdle for me.
It is a hurdle,
Yeah, it would be hard for
Thank
me.
you.
Where did that come from? Okay. So yeah, the Liberation Pledge. So refusing to sit at a table, eating food with other people, eating food that is not vegan. Is that what it is? Not vegan food. So if they're eating vegetarian food, that's still
Yeah,
not
no,
allowed.
anything animal. It's like they're refusing to sit where animal products are served, or to in a social situation like sit down and eat.
That's
eat a
that's
meal.
really like.
In the same way that
practically
you
hard,
would
but-
if someone was eating a human or a dog, you wouldn't just say, "I'm not going to have that." You'd say, "No, I'm not even going to be a part of that social situation."
Yeah, so you feel like that, it seems to be speciesist to not take the Liberation Pledge. But I find it really hard to do. Because I've got like non-vegan family. Let's just not do that. I've got non-vegan family and I've got non-vegan friends, and I don't think that. I don't know how I would. I could think about it. Take practice.
I think the same with the one that you asked me. I'd say it's not a moral obligation. You're not obligated to do it, but I think it's a virtuous thing and good to do.
Yeah.
I haven't done it, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You haven't got the new era.
I haven't got the full.
Yeah. But yeah, some people say that like if you're really good at talking about animal rights at the table over food, like James Aspey is, then it's good to not do it. Then you can talk.
Right.
Does that make sense? Instead, you can like sit there with your vegan food, like look how delicious this is, while talking about how unethical they're being.
Yeah.
Eating non-vegan food, but I
guess
can't do that. I can't do that.
I guess
over
the
a
thing
meal.
about
So-
other thing about the Liberation Pledge is that it's not just not refusing to do it. You're vocal about it, and like you publicly. It's like a public thing.
Yeah.
You're not just like keeping to yourself, or just like in your own bubble, hiding away from that, and you publicly say that you're not going to do it, and when people ask about it, you'll give them an explanation, and you'd give offers to, if someone like invited you out for food, you would say, unfortunately I can't because I don't sit at the table for the same reason you wouldn't if it was a dog. And then you would
unless
offer
it's a
them.
vegan restaurant, you can say to them,
only
if it's a vegan restaurant,
Yeah.
then you're definitely eating vegan food.
But you got to try. It's about being good communication-wise, and being able to say, it's not about shaming them and saying like, no, I'm not an animal abuser like you. I'm not going to eat with you. It's about like explaining why, and then saying, giving them an opportunity to eat vegan food with you.
Yeah, and then they get some thinking as well when you explain, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the point. Actually, what's the difference between eating a dog or eating a pig at a table? Yeah. So yeah, I can see it's a really good thing to do. So maybe I should consider it.
Maybe one day.
It seems like really scary. Like
it
going
does.
vegan seemed pretty scary at
It
first.
seems really
so.
awkward having those conversations as well, doesn't it? The idea of talking to someone about it.
But no, maybe I should consider that soon. So, thanks for that question. That's a good one. Now it's your turn to pick
Okay.
orange.
Let's go this one. So far, which activism event have you most enjoyed out of all the ones you've been to? Depends what you mean by enjoyed, because some of them can be really moving and inspirational, but I don't know if enjoyed is the right word. It can be quite sad. Like when we went to the most active thing I've ever done is when we went to we did the Meet the Victims, and that was what my last video was about, where we ran onto a pig farm in Wakefield, and that was very much. I don't know if enjoyed was the right word for that, because it wasn't enjoyed, but if we're going to say enjoyed, I know I like doing Anonymous for the Voiceless. I like that.
Talking to people.
Yeah, well, I'm not a very social person. I don't usually talk to people, but
You don't usually talk to
forcing
people.
myself, I'm not very,
to me now.
I'm talking to you now. I do talk to people, but I'm not a very extroverted person or anything. I'm quite introverted, but I think forcing myself into that situation and forcing myself to have those conversations, I think I've grown doing it, and I do enjoy doing it.
That's good. Yeah, it is a practice makes perfect sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Right. I asked you such a similar question. I'll wait a way actually. Okay. Would you date a non-vegan? Why or why not? A non-vegan. Okay. Yes, but for 1 or 2 dates, then they have to be vegan,
Then they
right?
have to go vegan, right? Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they be after a date with me?
You give them a chance, and if they're
Yeah.
choosing a life of animal abuse, then nah, it's not going to work.
Yeah, basically, that's it really.
Yeah.
I'll get to know them, but if they're not going vegan, and I'm like, wow, we don't understand you very well then if you're not going vegan.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't make sense to me. Like, once I've spoken to you about it, why wouldn't you?
I think I'm on the same sort of page. I can understand why they wouldn't be vegan at first, because I didn't used to be vegan,
Yeah.
and we're born in a non-vegan world,
Yeah.
raised around it, so it's understandable. But once it's exposed to you, if you're still adamant that that's not going to be a path you're going to go down, then
Yeah.
that's not the sort of person you would want to be in a relationship, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not the same. You just like, they're just sort of like alien to you in a way.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, what the hell goes through your head? Why are you still doing this? Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, now,
Me again.
yeah.
Are there any foods that you never had before going vegan, which you love now?
I bet there are.
Yeah, probably. Well, I never had seitan before. I never even heard of seitan.
Yeah.
But I love the t-shirts, how seitan, that's cool. Yeah, seitan chicken's really good. I like. I never used to eat a lot. I had eaten beans before, obviously, but I'd only ever eaten like baked beans, and it was only ever like a side, and it was
Nice
like.
afternoon, guys.
Oh yeah.
There's never like a main. Beans was never a main part of the meal, you know. It was just
Yeah.
like something that would sometimes be there on the side. But you can do a lot of good things with beans, and
Yeah.
lentils as well. I never really had any lentils and things. So just using those as in place of your. Oh, and tofu. I've never tried tofu or tempeh before. I don't think I've ever had tofu. I may have had it at some point, but never like really.
A regular.
And the great thing about tofu is when non-vegans say like, "Oh, I don't like tofu," it's like everyone likes tofu. How can you not like tofu? It's all
Depends
about,
how it's
no one
cooked,
likes plain a block of tofu
Yeah,
on its
yeah.
own. Obviously, that's disgusting. That's what tastes like nothing really.
Yeah.
It's all about it absorbs the flavour of what you cook it with and what you season it with.
Yeah, exactly. And also how it's cooked makes a real difference.
Yeah. To say you don't like tofu is
Yeah,
How can you not like
I've already tried it once, and it was cooked probably by someone who's never cooked it before,
Yeah.
or not many times,
Yeah.
so it doesn't cook it very well.
you just got
And
tofu, put a bit of salt on it.
yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yeah, that's
No
not gonna
sauce,
be,
nothing,
yeah.
no flavourings. Yeah,
Tofu,
they're not going to like
yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, my go. I hope this rain goes before they all get soaked.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a good question. What's your earliest memory of questioning the factory animals? Oh, okay. So, I don't know my earliest memory because I never actually remember not questioning it, which is different to what a lot of people say at home. So,
Yeah.
so a lot of vegans say, don't they, they've never questioned it before.
Yeah.
But no, I remember like being about 8 or 9
Yeah.
and thinking like I was aware that what I was eating was dead animals, and that made me sad, but I had absolutely no idea about supplying tomatoes then. So I
Yeah.
remember like often thinking, oh, on farms animals get killed for us to eat, that's really sad, I'm so sorry for them, they had nothing to deserve getting killed. But yeah, I didn't think there was anything I could do about it. I literally thought if I stopped eating them, then they'll be being killed for no reason. I didn't
Yeah,
realise
it's
it
not
would
gonna
make
make a
them be killed less.
The concept of supplying the mind, yeah, you didn't
Yeah,
think about it. I was
I
kind
had
of
no
the
idea.
same. Even as
Yeah.
a kid, I thought there were times I did question it as well. Even as I remember as a kid asking my parents or my mum about it,
Yeah.
and I did question it, but then I just shrugged it off. And I heard the argument, oh, animals eat other animals. But, oh yeah, animals do eat other animals. They try and play animals.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't really think about supply and demand as well, like you said. It wasn't until I was 30 that I finally thought, that's not finally decided to vegan, yeah.
Right, yeah.
What was it like going inside the pig farm you went to recently?
Oh yeah, you did mention
I
that
just
actually
mentioned
already.
that.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
did
no,
it.
it was very emotional, and it was sad, literally being face to face with the victims of your choices.
Yeah.
But all my life, like I said, I was 30 when I was vegan, so for 30 years I loved bacon and pork. I loved eating animal products in general, but specifically bacon I loved
Yeah.
as well. And then but I also always loved pigs. when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to be a pig farmer when I grew up because I love pigs. I thought pigs were really cool,
Yeah.
and I thought they were really cute, and I'd like to just play with pigs and stuff. I didn't never really thought being a pig farmer.
Yeah.
I'm actually just raising them to be sent to
Yeah.
death.
So you can play with them.
Yeah. I just thought,
Yeah.
it'd just be cool to have a farm for the pigs. That'd be
Yeah.
really cool. But now, like seeing the truth about what a pig farm actually is, and this is a factory farm. They're in the farrowing rate. The mothers, they don't even have space to turn around. All the babies in the little pens, and many of them dead on the floor. They've been left days.
Yeah.
It's emotional and really eye-opening. I mean, I'd seen it all online. I've seen all the footage before. It's not like I saw anything I wasn't expecting to see, but at the same time,
in real life.
actually seeing it, it's like, wow, shit. This is what it actually is, man. So yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, I can't imagine. I haven't done it. I actually can't imagine. Right, let's see. Oh, okay. What future ideas do you have for your YouTube channel? That's a good question. You know, I had ideas before that I've changed my mind about because I thought, I need more ideas. I have got some ideas.
Okay.
So the ones I changed my mind about, I thought I would do things like fun vlogs because like really fun things, like because then it can lure people in. Like people like watching fun content, and then once they're in, then they'll see the animal rights messages. But
Then you realised you weren't doing anything fun.
not quite. No, it was more that I thought actually then it's take the focus really onto me and my life, and I don't want that. I want the focus to remain on the movement the whole time. There's so many really successful YouTubers that are successful, that their number of subscribers grow rapidly just through each video being about animal rights. They don't have to show off their amazing lives or anything fancy like that. They just do what they do well. So that lets people in.
I think even if you were doing something like vlogs, if you're growing an audience and getting people interested, and then occasionally you're talking about animal rights as well, I think that can still be a good thing. But if you want your focus, that's what you want your channel to be, your focus on the animal rights, and that's absolutely fine as well.
Exactly. I just changed my mind about what I want to expose my personal, not personal, but quite personal life.
It's just something you'd thought of because you'd seen other people doing it.
Yeah, and then I thought that looks like really good to get loads of people watching, then I'll love it, and then bam, even non-vegans will watch it and enjoy it, and then get the message. But no, so I don't think that's what I want to do anymore. Instead, more like subtly getting the message across with quite fun different videos. So I do need more ideas, but I'm going to put some more. I've only done it once so far. I'm going to put some more arts and poetry on my channel. Something different with nice music and stuff. Present it well, and then hopefully people like that. But I want more ideas as well. So I'm open to any more ideas you have for me or anyone else.
It can be difficult coming up with ideas sometimes. I've only done a few videos. I've been doing it long. I'm still thinking, what can I do different? What ideas can I come up with? Okay, my turn again. How has being vegan changed your life? How is your life different now to how it would be if you still weren't vegan? I never saw myself as getting involved in any kind of activism or anything really. It wasn't something that ever appealed to me because it's not that I didn't care about things. I cared about issues and stuff, but there wasn't anything that I felt there's nothing I felt passionately about enough that I really needed to get involved. So going vegan, the idea of originally going vegan, I never intended to become an activist when I first went vegan, and the idea of going vegan at all seemed kind of crazy to me, like never eating it. Like I thought, this isn't not eating animal products for a month, this isn't not eating animal products for a year, for the rest of my life, never eating it again. And it just felt crazy, but after I'd be doing it for a short time, I was like, actually this is really easy and I can easily see myself doing this because there's so much great food. I don't have cravings, there's options for everything, so it wasn't as big of a change as I thought it was going to be, just simply going vegan. Then I never intended to get involved into activism either, but then hearing other people talk about it, and I was watching a lot of YouTube content and other people talking about it getting radicalised, you know, in
Yeah.
the vegan movement, and it just I'd always considered myself an animal lover, and there's such an injustice happening to these animals who I would never want to harm, and who I have been harming for the majority of my life. It's like I can't just not contribute to this. I have to do something about it. And so it's made quite a big difference in my life in that way. Yeah.
And you
If
wouldn't
I-
be here right now either.
Exactly,
this
I wouldn't be
weekend.
here right now. Yeah, if I had just gone vegan, then the difference it would have made in my life is very small. But because I got involved in activism
Yeah.
as well, it's made more of a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's made a massive difference in my life as well.
Yeah.
Being vegan. Yeah, over the years. Right, where are we? Blue.
You're always blue.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
Doesn't change.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever been bullied or made fun
No,
of?
have you ever bullied?
Sorry. Oh my god.
I've written it wrong. No, have you ever bullied? Yeah.
Yeah, I read it wrong. Sorry. Have you ever bullied, made fun of a vegan, or just made general jokes about veganism?
So like
You mean
before you were
I went,
before
okay,
you were vegan.
Before I went vegan.
Were you ever like making fun of vegans, or a particular vegan or anything?
No. Do you know what? I think, yeah, no, but, like, so 2 years before I went vegan, like, soon after I went vegetarian, I sort of like discovered veganism. I'd heard of it before,
Oh, you were vegetarian first. How long
Yeah.
were you vegetarian for?
just over 2 years.
Okay.
So yeah, like before I went vegetarian,
Yeah.
I'd only ever heard the word vegan probably like twice in my life.
Yeah.
About like 2 people going vegan, and I thought it just meant a fussy diet. I
Yeah.
thought it meant you had to cut a load of yummy things out of your diet, which is not the case. I thought it was just diet. I didn't know it's about the animals. So yeah, I didn't really like. Yeah, so I had one friend who said she was vegan. I think she was just plant-based actually. So yeah, I didn't say anything to like take
Yeah.
the mick. I just thought, oh god, rather her than me.
What about like when you were a little kid? Did you ever like make fun of vegetarians because you didn't really know what veganism
No.
meant? No.
I didn't make fun of them. I was kind of like curious about them, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like I had like your vegetarian relatives, so like when we had a family
Okay.
get together, they'd have a different meal, and I'd be like, oh, they get a different meal.
Yeah.
Why don't I
Yeah.
get a choice, sort of thing. Why do I have to eat what I'm given?
Okay, cool.
They're allowed to be fussy, but I'm told I have to eat everything I plate. I'm told I should eat everything, sort of thing. But no, I didn't take the mickey, and yeah,
Okay, that's good.
When I soon after I went vegetarian, like I said, I sort of discovered veganism, realised that it was more than just a diet.
Yeah.
Because like someone on my Facebook went vegan, and then like shared posts from other vegan Facebook pages, which is actually what made me decide to go vegan.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, as soon as I heard about it, I was like, then after going vegetarian, I just went vegetarian for the sake of the animals, and yeah, then I was just like, wow, this vegan thing is fascinating. It's a whole lifestyle
Yeah.
for the sake of the animals. I was just curious. I was fascinated. I was looking into it.
Yeah, being a vegan's no more a diet than not being a cannibal is a diet. Like, I don't eat humans, but I don't say, oh, it's my diet to not eat humans. It's like, obviously,
It's
I
your
don't eat
morals.
humans. Yeah.
It's you being a decent person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point,
Okay.
actually.